I will find any excuse to talk about my gourmand fragrances. So today I thought we could talk about perfumes that make you smell like a snack, but this is the holiday edition. So I feel like all of these have a little bit of a holiday twist to them one way or another. You've probably heard about a few of these, but I just wanted to talk about something that I love. So I'm excited to at least get one holiday themed freaking video up. So I hope you guys will enjoy. Let's just get into it. I want to start with a chocolate fragrance. This is Montale Chocolate Greedy, and I put this in here because although for me, I get Cocoa Puffs, okay? This is Cocoa Puff cereal. I even get that little like grainy bit, you know what I mean? Like I get the cereal part of this, but I also could easily see this being powdered cocoa, a hot chocolate kind of scent, especially like the pre-made mix, like a Swiss mix type of chocolate scent. It's a nice powdery vanilla chocolate fragrance. I think it is super fun, super festive, cozy, and I think it's an easy chocolate to wear. Again, I feel like there's a lot of vanilla coming through here. It has like an airiness about it instead of being dense and dark and deep. Some of those chocolate notes I feel like can be a little bit much or a little bit even bitter depending on how rich it is. Think of like a chocolate bar. It definitely ranges depending on how high the cocoa concentration is. This one is just chill, okay? This one is not to impress your friends. It's not a wine tasting chocolate, okay? It's an unabashed, sweet, powdery chocolate, and I love it. I think you should definitely check it out if you're into a chocolate scent. It doesn't go stinky. It doesn't go weird. Again, because it has that vanilla in it as well. So notes on this: cacao, vanilla, tonka bean, bitter orange, dried fruits, and coffee. I really don't pick up much of the fruits at all personally. Even the coffee that's in here is so minimal. I'm getting like chocolate milk even right now. So good. Definitely one to try if you're into a chocolate scent. All right, next, Yog Nog. I couldn't make this video without mentioning Yog Nog from Lush. I am obsessed with this scent. I discovered it last year and I fell so hard. This one's fashioned after eggnog and it has that like custardiness. You know, that kind of eggy custard. That's a hard kind of scent, I feel like, to translate into an actual perfume, but they've done it with this one and I find it so interesting and unique. There's also something a little bit coconutty. So it's like a, to me, coconut custard with some spices going on. Very rich, very decadent, very in your face. My husband does not like this one. Like when I'm wearing it, he's like, why? Why? I'm like, I'm sorry, I love it. I don't understand the notes on this, to be honest. It says clove and ylang ylang. That's what they give us. And I'm like, what the hell? Don't understand that. This has a creaminess to it, but the cloves are adding that spice. Ooh, it's just holidays. It's just fun. I feel like it lasts a really long time too. It has great lasting power. Unfortunately, this is not like available as a fragrance year round. You have to kind of catch it. And I don't even know if it came out this year in like a perfume. I was able to get this size from a Lush subscription box and I just happened to have that month and get Yog Nog. Thank goodness, because I love it so much. But they did come out with the shower gel this year, so I have the shower gel and it smells really great too. So might be something to check out if you think this scent sounds interesting. Again, I just find it really unique and there's something to it. The first time I smelled it, I kind of was like, what is this? But it just grew on me and I love it. I love it. So holidays. And I would love, if you have any other fragrances out there that you think smell like eggnog or anything like that, I would love to know. I mean, kind of specific, but I really just love the idea of those types of fragrances. I wanted to mention the fragrance, and this is not a dupe, so I feel bad, but if you can't get your hands on Yog Nog, you're like, I want something like that. I just wanted to bring up Macarons from, I don't know if you say Kyse or Kyse. If you know the pronunciation on that, let me know, but I always usually say Kyse, and they do tons of gourmands. If you're into any of these really dense food-like scents, you need to check this brand out. But Macaron specifically, this has like an almond and almost like a cherry kind of top to it. But once that dries away, oh, I just love this. I love this so much. And I'm usually not into kind of that almondy cherry note, but there's something about this that's reminiscent. I don't know what it is. It's not exact. This has something kind of custardy going on, I guess. That's like the link that ties them to my brain and how I smell them. And there's also a bit of something kind of like what feels like spicy. I don't know why it's called Macaron. I don't think to me that this smells like a macaron, but I guess I'm not overly familiar. But if you're looking for something tangentially related, maybe not as eggy, I guess, overall, or like has a little bit more of that cherry or like an almond scent, there's something about them that feel related. They have this really creamy, dense thing going on with a little bit of a spice in a way that I feel like is connected. So I always just think of these two perfumes in my head as like the most similar, which is hard because I feel like they're both very unique perfumes. Check that one out if you can't get your hands on Yog Nog. All right, I hate to talk your ear off about this one, I really do, but Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit is a holiday smell like a snack, okay? Like, you will smell like a holiday snack, smell like a gingerbread man, smell like a ginger cookie. It smells so good. I was linking this because I talked about it in the Jo Malone advent calendar I opened up. So if you haven't seen that video and you're interested, I will leave it down below. And I didn't see this on a lot of sites. So if you want to get this, if you were thinking about it, I mean, now is the time to strike. I think this came out in like 2012 initially, and they re-released it this year. So I hope we don't have to wait another 10 years to get it, but in case we do, get on it, get on it. I really love the way this was done because it is a gourmand, like it is sweet and foodie, but it is still done in a Jo Malone way, in that like it's still airy and it's still like kind of light, and I don't feel like it's overly dense. Like, this one is not one that's gonna choke you out, and I feel like people who are just maybe getting into the sweeter side of fragrances or don't want photorealistic food, like this is very realistic. I do get like a sweet soft ginger cookie, but it's not like choke you out, you know what I mean? It's not too much. The notes on this are ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg in the top. There's some caramel, hazelnut, vanilla, and tonka bean. This almost has a showery quality to it, but it doesn't cheapen it. I feel like sometimes when something smells like showery or like watery in that way, it's usually a celebrity fragrance or just something a little bit cheaper, but it doesn't smell like that. It just gives it almost like a translucency, I guess, instead of it being so dense and so strong. I feel like this is a great skin scent, and I feel like this is the worst way to say it, but like it's a respectable gourmand. I hate that because I think you should wear whatever the heck you want. Be in your business meeting wearing your vanilla cupcake, like I say, but I just feel like this one, maybe for people who want something that's holding back a little bit more but still giving, I would check out Ginger Biscuit. Hope that makes sense, but it's really great, and I love too, the spice isn't too spicy, just delicious, so good. If you like Jo Malone's Ginger Biscuit, or maybe you want something a little bit more than that, you're looking for something that maybe isn't as airy, isn't as like almost soapy, I guess, in the way that it does that type of a gourmand, I would check out Navitus Raised Spirits. This one, it really feels like the pumped up version of Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit. It's spicier, it still has something kind of bready going on, but it has caramel notes in here as well. To me, this reminds me, I don't know why, but I always want to say a cinnamon roll, and I don't feel like that's exactly accurate though. I really try to be accurate. Like, the newest Kyse perfume smells like literal gummy worms, okay? Like a bag of gummy worms, not the sugared ones, just regular ass gummy worms. Ombre colors, yeah, you pick out a bag of those, that's the new Kyse scent. I love when I can pinpoint a scent down like that, and this one is a little bit more difficult. I just can't quite, and the only thing I can think is like, there's something about a cinnamon roll that always comes to mind, but it's not exact, and there's also a little bit of something, I don't know if nutty is the right word or almost bready is the right word, but there's something kind of savory and truly like a cooking ingredient in there. Like, you're making maybe cinnamon, maybe you're putting walnuts in there, I don't know. There's something like that to this fragrance that really gives it that gourmand, smell like a snack status to me. This also falls in line in terms of scent profile to Minuit et Demi from Fragrance du Bois. I find that one a little less foodie, but they have, again, very similar notes, and I also find it similar to Changing Constance from Penhaligon. So if you like either of those or you already have those, I feel like these all definitely play in a similar field, but I would say this one is the most truly gourmand. They still have more like perfumey aspects to it. This goes more foodie in the perfume realm, if that makes sense. So absolutely love it. There is caramel, pimento, rum in the top, more caramel, brown sugar, and sugar cane in the mid. There we go. Even for all those notes, I'm telling you, I don't find it overly sweet. It still has, and there's tobacco, so I'm like, maybe it's the tobacco, maybe it's the oak in here coming through. I don't know what gives it that almost like savory nuttiness, at least again to my nose, but it's there. There's also bourbon vanilla and cashmere woods in the base, so definitely a great one from Navitus. Really enjoy this perfume. Definitely will make you smell like a snack. And I picked those because I feel like the way the caramel and the spices work together just remind me definitely of like gingerbread men, gingerbread houses, cinnamon rolls, like those kinds of sweets. And I really feel like they're perfect for this time of year. Next, I want to talk about an oldie but a goodie for me. This is Idolo's Love and Crime. When I was first getting into fragrance, I wore this all the time. This is a citrusy vanilla. So this has blood mandarin and pink pepper in the top. There's also some star anise, which gives it some spice. So it has those like holiday spices. It's like an amped up vanilla. I really feel like that. I recently was at Scent Bar with my friend Ishani. I will leave leave her channel down below. Definitely go check her out. But I was showing her around. We were testing all the different perfumes. So much freaking fun. And I was like, you need to smell this one. And she loved it. She bought it. And she was saying like, I get chocolate orange from it. And I totally get that. When she was saying that, I was like, yeah, I do get that, especially on skin. There is cacao in here as well. So it's vanilla, the cacao. It's definitely pretty dense, I would say, overall. I also get like a citrus kind of dense pound cake, something like that from this too. So definitely you're gonna smell like a snack, whether you're picking more up on that cacao or more on the vanilla. The citrus is there as well, but it's not overpowering, and I don't feel like it makes it too almost like fruity or anything, because I tend not to love that necessarily, but this smells great, and I love the addition of the spices. It's just rich and warm. You don't need a lot. It's a very concentrated perfume. It's like oily. Like when you spray this on your skin, I feel like it's a little bit oily. Out of all the perfumes I have, this one definitely does that. So highly suggest this one. If you haven't checked it out and you love vanillas, you want something a little bit more though, not just like a straight up basic vanilla, I would check this one out. Freaking so good, and a perfect, I feel like, holiday vanilla. All right, I only have 2 more fragrances to talk about. There were a lot more I could have put in here, and this next one I put in here for the chestnut note. I mean, chestnuts roasting on an open fire, all of that, and it's such a unique note. Let's put it in. This is Zadig and Voltaire. This is her. Now, for me to sit here and be like, I smell chestnut, I don't know about that. Okay, I don't know if I'm just picking up chestnut right now, but what I am picking up is a creamy, milky, lactonic sandalwood. It is so good. You guys, I'm obsessed with this. This smells like also kind of showery, but in the best way. I love this. If you still have not smelled this, I know it's had its time on YouTube, but this thing is so good and it lasts freaking so well. A unique designer scent, I feel like. So good. There's whipped cream in here as well. It has that creaminess. It has that milkiness. If you don't like sandalwood, it might not be the one for you. But if you love Juliet Has a Gun Sunny Side Up, that is creamy sandalwood, but it's also kind of dry at the same time, right? This is full on cream, okay? That's like 2%. This is like, you know, full on cream. It's so good. There's a little bit of pink pepper, which gives it a little bit of spice, but then it does have some watery notes, and I think that's what's kind of giving it a freshness, a little bit of a showery kind of quality, along with the creaminess, which is a bizarre combination, I find, but I really tend to love it when I find it done well, and I think it's done so well in here. Definitely check this out. It smells so good. Again, it's another one that's really gonna last on you too, and is unique and delicious and so good. I really love it. But that for sure made it in for that chestnut. I could have done by the fireplace, but for this smells like a snack, I just felt like as much as I get toasted charred marshmallows from it, a lot of people are just getting straight up firewood smoke, and I just wanted something a little bit more universal, although this is still one that isn't like straight up foodie gourmand, but I feel like that whipped cream note and the chestnut and the fact that this is overall more creamy, lactonic, and sweet made it more of a holiday snack. All right, last perfume to talk about. I wanted to bring up Fugazzi Sugardaddy, and this one's definitely different than the rest of these. This is going foodie, and like you're smelling like a snack, but not in these like desserts in the same way. This one to me, okay, let me spray, let me smell this. What a unique perfume. Okay, first off, to me, I'm getting spiced cranberry, like a mulled cranberry spiced orange drink, okay, but it's like warm and there's again spices in it, and it's a little citrusy, it's a little cranberry, and you're also sitting next to like the Christmas tree, a real one. You're getting all those scents going on, so very Christmassy to me. Whenever Sam smells this, he's always like, fresh baked banana bread. I mean, I get it, but I also really pick up on like a pininess, a citrus, a spice, maybe a little bit of cranberry. It's kind of refreshing compared to all the rest of these. Kind of zingy, kind of zany. I just think it is a fun one. The moment I smelled this, I was like, that is mine. The moment I smelled it, I knew there's something going on with this one. I gotta get it. So this is less for if you want to smell like a cinnamon roll or a gingerbread man or eggnog or some fluffy marshmallows. Like this is more like a spiced cranberry orange mulled cider or something. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm getting from it, and I love it. It's really uplifting and fresh and definitely a fun one. And I realized that's not the last perfume. I lied to you. But we can probably keep it kind of brief with this because obviously Angel Share from Kilian had to make it in here. To me, this is apple pie filling, okay? If you want to smell like a snack, you want to smell warm, ooey gooey, this is the one. This has a booziness to it. Oh yeah, so fucking good. This is really, I feel like Angel Share for the fall this year has really come in for me. I've worn it the most this year than I've ever worn it. I just think it's so warm, so comforting, so like rich and cinnamony. Like the spices in here are definitely there. It can almost come off a little powdery as well, but then there's this ooey gooey drippiness of this apple pie. I don't know why I get apple because there aren't like fruity notes in here. Maybe it's the cognac, like something about that. That's the alcohol note in here, but there's cinnamon, tonka bean, oak, and then in the base there's praline, vanilla, sandalwood. Truly, this has a warmth to it though. When I think of apple pie, this is what I get. Highly suggest checking this out if you still haven't. It is a great fall, winter perfume. It'll keep you warm. It smells amazing. And I feel like as much as it's foodie, it has a booziness to it. It has some other notes that are grounding it. So it's not overly just food. There's some other stuff in there I feel like grounding it while also being like unabashedly, you know, a snack. And last, I did want to mention a few more body washes just because I've really enjoyed these and they are specifically holiday themed. They're from Philosophy and you can get these at like Marshall's or TJ Maxx. That's where I got them. And cinnamon sugared apples, so good. I don't feel like it really smells like a cinnamon sugared apples as much as it could. Like even the cinnamon on here is a little dulled down. It's just sweet and delicious. Like it's almost if they were putting like a cinnamon apple frosting. Again, there's a frosting thing going on with this that I really love. It says there's sugary maple in here and I'm picking up more on that. So really love this one if you were checking it out. And if you felt like cinnamon apples, that's gonna be too cinnamon. It's not. It's delicious. And again, Philosophy just does these like gourmand shower gels so right. And I really like the way they're done too because they always bring like a lightness to them and again like a translucency to a gourmand that you don't always get. I feel like sometimes gourmands can be just so heavy-handed and sometimes I really love that, but I just appreciate when they can be done in a way that is a little bit more light. I feel like it makes them everyday appropriate as well, or at least I don't feel like too overwhelmed with them over and over again. The other one, this one's Cozy by the Fire. Okay, the notes don't make sense. Winter jasmine, red flowers on a winter night. I don't understand, but this to me, I don't know, I get like a marshmallow-esque thing. Just sweet, vanilla, yummy, and I definitely think you should try it out. As much as it says fire, I don't really pick up on anything that's like anything smoky at all. I don't pick up on jasmine or flowers at all. Again, I get like low-key marshmallow from it. So I highly suggest checking those out for some holiday body washes. I know I'm a little late. I know you're like, girl, it's almost holiday. I know, I'm a little late, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I at least got one holiday perfume video up. I am so excited for 2024 though. I also have a few more videos that I'm getting filmed. So I can't believe this channel is a year old. It just passed a little bit ago. And so just thank you guys for being here. And I am excited for what's to come. If you have any suggestions, let me know down below, but thanks so much for watching. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye.